Very mysterious goings on is going on inside of Ukraine right now. Something very mysterious. And the U.S. has some serious explaining to do. Late last week, the United States Embassy website got a facelift. So, okay, why would the U.S. Embassy website in Ukraine get a facelift? Well, the U.S. Embassy decided to remove, around 2 p.m. the other day, all of their Ukrainian bioweapon lab documents from their website. So let me repeat that. The U.S. Embassy website in Ukraine labeled and explained explicitly all of the U.S.-backed biolabs in Ukraine that we have funded, and through multiple departments, but most notably the Department of Defense. The Department of Defense labeling and making sure that we understand that they funded U.S. bioweapons labs in Ukraine at multiple locations. So here are they've now taken them down off their website, but here they were. Here are the multiple locations of bioweapons labs inside of Ukraine funded by the United States government, which were on the U.S. Embassy's website and were totally removed from the U.S. Embassy's website last week.
Now, these are not labs owned by China or sort of co-opted labs that are a collaboration of various countries. These are labs that are co-run by Dr. Anthony Fauci, you know him and love him, and his EcoHealth Alliance. So why were they there in the first place? Did we know that? And why are they all of a sudden removed? Rumor has it maybe that Russia's military operation is working to either secure or destroy those labs. That wouldn't necessarily make sense, though, because that information did not just poof disappear. You can sort of surmise that if Russia knew about them as recently as last week, we didn't hide them. It's a very strange story.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what the F? I mean, should we not be more angry or curious about this? We just had a freaking pandemic in that we now know the U.S. involvement and, gain of function research in a Wuhan lab. In fact, last week, we didn't do the story here because we were on vacation. The New York Times confirming, yes, the pandemic essentially started this Wuhan lab. So, okay, now we have research happening at these biolabs in the Ukraine funded by the U.S. government. I wish I could show you my website, my laptop today, but I can't, unfortunately. But I had a whole bunch of different examples from the Ukrainian government, from the U.S. Embassy website, showing the Department of Defense funding upwards of millions of dollars for each of these labs.
And so why? What do you think, though, is actually being hidden here? Because
Good question. But why? So it's a good question, but then why does the U.S. government feel suddenly, as we're entering in a war, what happens in Ukraine? Oh my God, Americans are going to suddenly discover what we've been doing there, that we've been propping up and funneling millions of dollars through the Department of Defense into Ukrainian bioweapons labs. And then they literally go on their website and remove it, hide it from their website.
But if it was public knowledge and something to brag about, because the U.S. Embassy websites are usually sort of like brag books for what the United States does abroad, right?
Right.
So why?
The Sanitary Epidemiological Department of the Medical Command of the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense received 4 mobile laboratories from the United States, and these United States mobile labs have been removed. These stationary labs and mobile labs for whatever, we don't know, to do gain of function research and epidemiological surveillance of armed forces in Ukraine to study. And I mean, who knows what the hell they're doing? Why the F, though, do they remove it from their website and hide it as if it doesn't exist? And by the way, no journalists are going to go to a State Department or Department of Defense meeting at any press conference and even ask about it. It's, no one's going to be talking about this story. No one's even bringing the story up. No one is going to ask Jen Psaki this question.
I'm so unclear on what we even think is a possible explanation, though.
I mean, a possible explanation for what, though?
For why was the United States there? What were those labs doing? What was it that we
I don't know, 15 different biolabs in Ukraine. These are not Russian or Chinese biolabs. These are Ukrainian biolabs backed by the United States government that consolidate and secure pathogens and toxins of security concern. That's what it says on the U.S. Embassy's website. These consolidate and secure pathogens and toxins of security concern.
There's an entire plot line on The Americans about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Where
right?
they go to Arizona.
Now think about this for a second. I know we sit here and we say, like, why would Putin want to invade? Why would Putin want to go into Ukraine when the United States has 15 bioweapons labs in the Ukraine that's right on the U.S. Embassy's website, funded by the Department of Defense, and they remove it from their website when suddenly now people start questioning what's going on? Or I don't know. I mean, would we allow, again, I come back to, would we allow that? Would we allow, if the Canadian, again, let's just say President Xi of China sets up bioweapons labs in Canada,
Yes.
15 of them, right? The Chinese government is funding weapons research, bioweapons research, or bioweapons manipulation inside of Canada.
Yeah.
What would we do?
I
We'd
don't
flip
know.
out.
Yeah,
We'd
exactly.
flip out. We'd put sanctions on them.
That's what Snarky for Life says. Oh, it's just the government trying to kill us again. That's exactly what it feels like, right?
I mean, how do you have this? The DoD facilitated the permit process to allow Ukrainian scientists to work with these pathogens of pandemic potential up until February 25th of last week. The existence and details of these bioweapons labs were public knowledge. The U.S. Embassy had previously disclosed the location and the details of these labs. Right here they are. Here they are on their website in PDFs. If you try to go there now, you cannot get them. The PDFs have been removed, but fortunately, again, I wish I could show them to you, but they were, I archived a whole bunch of them. They're all PDFs. I mean, they detail greatly how much the Department of Defense spent on the lab. It even talks about the type of furniture that they furnished in these labs inside of Ukraine.
Okay. Well, that happened. And what now? They're like on hiatus. They're working from home, pandemic style.
I mean, I think they're still there. The point is, I think these labs are still there. Just the mention of them is gone. Like now, hey, no knowledge. It's good. Just go on your merry business. Nothing to see here. Nothing for you at home to be concerned about.
Why do they need to be there? It's interesting also.
I would love to know.
Probably because
that's
it falls
what's so-
outside of the purview of any regulation.
And that's when you get into bioweapons and chemical weapons, it's so interesting in my opinion because we have nuclear weapons. So if somebody used a bioweapon against us, we could retaliate tenfold. Why do we still make chemical and biological weapons? They're illegal, or they were supposed to be. What was it? The early 80s when they were trying to ban them, and then the U.S. said, "Well, people still have chemical weapons, so we should continue to make them." But we shouldn't be using them. So I don't understand why we're still doing this.
Well, no, what's amazing, of course, if you saw some of the stories, Philip, like over the past few days, it's like, oh my God, Putin is he using chemical weapons? Is Putin about to use chemical weapons on the Ukrainian people? There's all these concerns, like now he's doing it. Okay, well, what are these 15 labs inside of Ukraine that the Department of Defense from the United States have set up? Anyone want to explain this to me? NEFAC in our chat says that they've now been removed from the Wayback Machine. No, they're still on the Wayback Machine. I archived a bunch of them.
I think he's asking, are they on the Wayback Machine?
I have them. I was trying to show them here on my laptop, but my buttons are all switched around today, so I can't show them to you. But I have them here. There's 15 of them, and they break down specifically and show you these different declarations of start of construction from the United States government, construction-ready operation of declaration from the Department of Defense, these permits from the United States government into how much it costs per laboratory, the design and construction, lab equipment and furniture. It's all right here.
Hey, if you see your laptop in vMix, you can just click cut on that individual source and it'll cut to it.
Oh, I don't see it anymore.
Oh, it should have been there.
My windows are all shrunk, so I don't know where they are. But anyway, never mind. But anyway, the point is that these exist. These bioweapons labs are in Ukraine, and the United States government has funded them, and now they've removed them from the website. And you probably won't hear anything about this on the mainstream media. You're not going to hear anybody questioning Jen Psaki about it. You're not going to hear anyone questioning President Biden about it. And how long have they been there?
Interesting.
If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, we have a membership program. For the price of a cup of coffee once a month, you can support independent journalism just by going to morninginvest.com/join.
You get access to exclusive videos, plus the ability to join and chat with us live. We really appreciate your subscription, and you are supporting independent journalism.